Did you try the demo on Steam?
Say it again.
Did you try the game actually? Demo. The demo is already there. I mean, they tried my game demo actually. It's already on Steam. Oh, okay, okay. Awesome. Okay, awesome. Just wait a mic is for.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Avery, but I go by Soavecito, and I'm back with another episode of Whispers of Horror with a guest, and I'll be talking about the awesome game coming out, Cult Trials Incarnation. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
I'm doing good, doing good. Still waking up, it's early in the morning for me, but Whispers keeps going on, like it doesn't matter what time it starts. I get so many developers from different countries, so I think it's a great opportunity to be able to have a conversation, like so you're just another person that lives in a different country. Do you mind sharing with our audience what country you live in?
I live in India.
Nice, nice. So there's a bit of a time difference between us, but I just want
Yes.
to thank you so much for taking time out of your day to be able to do this episode, Whispers. But I just want to get started. What inspired you to create Cult Trials?
Actually, it's about my story. Like when I lost my job, I surrounded myself with like some darkness because that time was COVID ongoing, that
Mm,
shit all around. And that time I lost my job. And that darkness around me, I start writing the story. And after that, when I have some money, I had to hire people. That time I started the game because otherwise it's a long project. It's not like a small or kind of. So
mm-hmm.
I need to write everything down, and I waited for it actually like a long time.
Gotcha,
It's
gotcha.
about the darkness we people about to face every day. Like it's like not a game story. It's like our stories.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha, gotcha. So I tried out the demo, and I definitely got a good sense of the story. So basically, girl cheated death, and she got powers, and she's
Yes.
trying to fight now. Say her and Satan has a battle, or they're trying to do a ritual with her, so to get Satan back, right?
Yes. Yes.
So how did you come up with that story?
Yes. The story is like that devil, the Satan you are talking about. That is our like our difficulty of life. Like that thing is resembled of difficulty, and that
Okay.
girl is like me or you. Might be you, and it might be me. It can be you also. And that story is based on like difficulties of life. That everything is a simulation. Like
Mm-hmm.
that thing is happening on the game is not like a real thing. At
Mm-hmm.
the end we get to know the story, what is the mystery, and what is things, why the things is happening to her. So it's like involved with the real life stories,
Mm-hmm.
like
Gotcha.
difficulties of our life.
A new future.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Um, I noticed as soon as you get into the game, you're in a chapel or like a church kind of area.
Yes, yes,
And
yes.
how can you explain just about the environments and how did you come up with that?
Like you can suggest a chapel means that people still believes on God, like
Okay.
they have some faith on gods, but it the God actually abandoned us because we are so corrupted nowadays. We are corrupted and we are destroyed ourselves, so God is not there. So
Gotcha.
like that, the environment is like some. He started with the church actually. woke up in the church, but there is no God actually. After that, she is realized that that whole world is corrupting. Slowly, you
Gotcha.
understand when you continue the game, you can understand that chapel is like a simulation only. Like what she thinking actually, like she's thinking about God actually, but God is not there. That is a simulation gameplay.
So, how would you classify Cult Trials? Like, if you had a like, I know it's a horror game, but like, what kind of genre or subgenre would you put it into? Like, is it like a cult classic? Is it like a survival horror? Is it like what kind of horror do you consider this?
It's not like a similar kind of basic kind of horror game, but it's a horror game, survival horror, and you
Okay.
can add some adventure also. Like she's doing an adventure thing, like a different lifetime, like a after death kind of situation. So this is not like a regular kind of horror game, like jump scare game, some ghost game. That's just not like that. It's called a psychological horror with
Okay.
Lovecraftian. You know Lovecraft, so
Yeah,
there will be some Lovecraftian.
that's
There will be
cool.
some Lovecraft elements. There will be some Lovecraft elements.
Can you
It's like psychological, like
could you elaborate a little bit more? Like, what could we see potentially for Lovecraft in it? Because I'm a big fan of
Lovecraft is
Lovecraft.
yes. I am also, but Lovecraft, you see, like the Lovecraft, Lovecraft life is very painful. He entire lives he suffers a lot, like malnutrition and like deaths come according to it. He got famous after death actually. So in this story also, everything starts with death. You know the story also, like the girl came from the death actually. She already died actually, and he come from the death actually. And there will be some Lovecraftian elements, like you see the creatures. Those are little bit different of like sci-fi and a little bit of Lovecraftian. But Lovecraftian actually they worships God also, like some outer space god, cosmic horror. So those kind of elements you get little bit of amount, not fully, but and with that psychological horror and a little bit of Lovecraft.
Gotcha, gotcha. I want to talk about what are some of the key mechanics that you implemented into this game. Um, could you go about like how like some of the mechanics that might make your game different than others, and as well as like can you talk about some of the powers that the character has to protect yourself against some of the enemies?
Some mechanics is that some unique feature is that we don't have any ammo system.
Okay.
Like you don't have any special weapon and anything. Like we have holy water in this case. The water you have to use like ammo actually.
Okay.
When you get that weapons, basic weapons, there is only two weapons only, and there is the water. That holy water is like act as a shield with that enemies actually. So you can add those water actually. You have to gather the water. You have to salvage. You have to ration the water system. Like it's like ammo, but it's not like ammo. It's different little bit.
Okay.
Like you see holy water in the Dracula system, little bit similar, but not that much.
Got
That water is there. That is a different thing from us.
Gotcha, gotcha. What about the enemies? Like, what are they? Can you talk a little bit about what they are, who they are, and why they look this specific way? Because I saw that they have like those plague masks like in the past. Um, those masks that in the old days where like during the Black Plague, and I thought that was really interesting as fact because like I love those kind of masks and like that medieval time period. But could
Hmm.
you just elaborate about like your decision, how you made the concept of the enemies, and just what the backstory about from them are?
Enemies are like they are actually human. Actually, some enemies are human. Some enemies are evolved with that
Okay.
cult, and some radioactive. So those scenarios are radioactive area. Like this whole industrial, cult punk. So this whole scenario is a industrial area. Like they tortured human and they modified them some way. So that mass one usually doctors. They are usually doctors, like
Doctors. Okay.
those people who work in industries areas. there are two variants are there. If you play the game, I see you know the variants actually. Two and three variants are there. One with without mask and one with mask actually. So
Mm.
mask one little bit dangerous actually. They produce gas surround them actually, and they can damage more actually.
Mm-hmm.
And there is some bosses are in future. Some bosses are coming, but I don't
Okay.
want to spoil that
Nah,
thing.
nah, nah.
But
I
it
get
will
it.
obviously
Yeah, for
I
sure.
will that will, but those are actually human because they are all human, but nothing left actually. They become different something. You
Got.
saw Resident Evil, right? So in
Mm-hmm.
Resident Evil also they modified the humans actually. Like little bit of this kind of you can get it.
Gotcha, gotcha. Nah, I don't want you to spoil the game. I think you gotta leave a little bit something for people to get excited about. So I think that's pretty dope.
Yes.
The fact that you said they're gonna be bosses is kind of cool. Like, do you have an idea how long you want your game to be? Like hours wise for a
Uh,
person to play through?
Hour wise, I think it's like now it's in demo in purpose. Demo is 1 to 2 hours long.
Okay,
Uh, Final game will be like 4 to 5 hours at least.
4 to 5 hours.
Minimum
Okay,
5 hours because we are indie dev and we don't have that much resources because we can make the whole story in one game actually. That
mm-hmm.
whole story can be 20 hours, but we are splitting that thing actually in three parts. So
Gotcha,
first game will be like 5 hours.
gotcha, gotcha. So, are you solo developing this game, or do you have a couple people working on it with you?
I was started solo actually, but it's not possible because after that I started hiring some people, and
Okay,
now we are two people working on it.
okay.
We are only two people. Right?
How is it when you're working on a game by yourself that versus working as part of a team? Even two people is a team, in my opinion. But like working with another person on the same game, like what are some of the highlights and some of the like what are some of the pros and the cons of working with somebody else on a project?
Working with somebody else, like it's a good thing. Like that work is speed up in some way,
Mm-hmm.
but sometime when it clashes, sometime like the mindset of different people's like even if you hire someone, but that mindset is should be matched because if the person think they learn they know so much, that ego issue like when they think they learn they know so much, so ego sometimes clashes actually. So
Mm-hmm.
that's the cons for me. And pros is like team building. Like team is very good. Like when the team is very good, that whole game should be much good.
Gotcha, gotcha.
So it depend on the persons actually, like how the person treats whole team. And in our game development is like very team building. Like without team we can't make games actually. Like if you see some horror games like Resident Evil and Silent Hill also, like there's so many people working on a same project.
Mm-hmm.
So they should be talk to each other and collaborate. That collaboration should be there. Otherwise, it's a difficult journey.
Gotcha, gotcha. How long have you been developing Cold Trials?
I think it's like 8 months or 9 months running right now.
Okay,
Uh, we are going to launch on early 2026
okay,
or
nice,
this year ending.
nice.
We are targeting.
So we talked a little bit about the game. I want to know a little bit more about you. So how did you get into game developing? You kind of brought it
I
up a
was a
little bit, but
student.
like, yeah.
Yes, yes, yes.
Oh, but like,
I
so
was a student.
good. Sorry, I do apologize. Good.
No, you can tell. You can tell what you're saying. Tell me.
No, so I was just saying, like, I know you mentioned that you lost your job and then you decided to do this, but like, what was the thing that just like made you choose game development? Like, what made you like say, oh, you know what, I'm gonna do this instead of just something else, you know?
That thing actually like doing work for somebody else is like tough.
Okay.
When you're working for somebody else, there is no growth at the end. You're
Mm-hmm.
getting money is fine, but because money is important, but at the end, something like unfinished, like you come and home and night, you thinking what you done today. Like
Yeah.
that thing hit me harder actually. So that started point. That is the starting point. And after that, I managed to get another job. So I get the fund is ongoing because in India we don't have funds like any investor, so we don't have anything.
Yeah.
So we need fund for like the game actually. So I have to manage another job, and in the side way I have to continue my project. So in life this way I started this,
Mm-hmm.
because otherwise there is a hard work.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Um, how do you when you're game developing and everything like that, and you obviously you have a personal life with like family and everything like that. How do you
Yes.
find a good balance between finding time to make your game, but also finding time for the things that you love to do and your family and all that type of stuff?
That is a hard thing because if your family, your partner don't support you, that is a hard thing.
Yeah,
I got a supportive partner, and
that's good.
that's the helpful for me because she support me, and in the side way I can continue my works. She provides me everything like a housewife provides you. So I got everything from her, and that's a mental support for me. Like I continue my journey on this.
Nice.
That
Yeah, no, I
because
that yeah.
otherwise if you want a horrible partner, it's not like you're demolished your life actually, because that partner support is very important,
No, I totally agree.
anything you do in life.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Because my wife, I have a child, a daughter,
Hmm.
and I have a wife who, you know,
How old are you?
I'm 31.
Oh
But
yes, similar almost.
yeah, so thank my wife for being able to just keep an eye on my daughter when just give me the opportunity to do streams like this, and
Hmm.
if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be able to just accomplish some of these things. So
Yes,
like
yes.
I understand that it's a grind and it's a battle
Hmm.
between finding like time to be able to do things that you love, but also find time for them because it matters. But having that support system truly
Hmm.
does help get through some of the tough times when when you're making like a game or making doing content. So I totally understand. When you're not making the game, what are some of the things that you like to do as hobbies wise? Like, do you have any things that you like to
in
do or?
hobbies uh, in hobbies I think I play guitar. I like to play guitar actually, guitar, drums, instruments, and I compose music actually. Some music I compose by me in the
Oh,
game music also composed by me, some of the. And
nice. Okay.
that's the hobby thing. I have a pet, I have a small family, so I spend time with them. That's the small thing, that's
Gotcha.
nothing much. I love to watch movies also, like movies, and sometimes I play games actually, but I am not able to play games time due to hard work schedule actually.
What got you into horror?
Horror is like, I told you that before actually. Like my story is little different actually. So it's like it will be darkness always, like from childhood and from like adulthood also. So that inspired me to watch horror movies. Like I always love to watch horror movies, and from them, I started playing horror games like Resident Evil, Evil Within, Silent Hill also.
Okay.
So those games inspired me a lot actually, and that after that time I plan to write some stories, and then it's come. The stories are output actually in game.
Gotcha. No, I could definitely see that some of the those games that you mentioned have some inspiration to cold trials because I can
Mhm.
see some aspects of that. But
Yes, yes.
when like if you could name, I don't know how I want to ask this. If you could describe yourself using a horror game, like what horror game would best describe you?
I say Evil Within because that game shoots me much. That story and that vibe, like simulation stories, and that is also good. That suits me.
Gotcha,
And
gotcha.
little bit of Silent Hill, like Silent Hill also, like emotional said, like emotion based. If you think of.
Yeah, no, Silent. I actually a lot of people that I've interviewed say like Silent Hill is a good one, just because it is a psychological horror and all this type of stuff. So,
Hmm.
and just like it connects with a lot of people in just different ways. So I definitely respect that. What do you want to accomplish in the next couple years, being a game developer?
Being a game developer, I just want to make some good games. At least finish my first game, and then finish the whole story. Like 3 chapters will be there. Like this is the first chapter. After that, 2 chapters are coming. So first target is like finish that thing. After that, I want to make some stories. Like I want to like write some stories on, or and I have a small YouTube channel also. Like I bought 2 stories and everything. So that thing is first for me. Like first, I target my game developer journey, and I produce some more games.
Gotcha,
At least I
gotcha.
become like independent game developer, like independent game studio. Like we can support other developer also and hire people, so they can also have some good careers.
Gotcha. If you could give advice to anybody who wants to start being a game developer, what is the best advice you could give somebody?
Best advice is that start learning early. Actually, you should start early, very early, like after your before starting graduation, or if you started like mid 18 or 20 years old, that is very good. Actually, you can start early and learn from internet first, then go for like expensive things. Like internet is huge actually, so you can learn from it. And
Mm-hmm.
always explore, like don't stuck in one place, explore some things, explore new things, explore new topics,
Mm-hmm.
play more games, watch movies, write books is very important. Books you have to read, actually lot of books you have to read, and
Yeah.
collaborate with people.
No, that's. I think
People
that's really good
collaboration is a
advice. I really do. What do apologize. I think my daughter woke up, so I do have to ask just I do have only a couple more questions, but I do apologize because I didn't think
yes,
she was
yes.
gonna wake up. So I do apologize. We'll definitely
No,
do an
no, no.
episode longer moving forward. But for my final question I have for you is like, what do you want people to know when it comes to like what do you want people to what is the message you want people to get when they play Cult Trials?
I just tell people, want to tell people that don't compare that game, because other games have a huge budget, but we don't have that budget. But you'll get definitely some psychological horror, Lovecraftian elements, and you'll get some different type of vibes that never came before, because those genres, this genre will be different. So I appreciate if you try this game and try this demo.
Hey, no, I think that's awesome. But ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, I have to go because my daughter's waking up and she's not stopping. So and she's calling for me. So I
Yes,
do
yes, yes.
apologize for the shorter episode, but we will have a beat back to do a future episode to have the full hour that you deserve. So I do apologize. Just
Yes.
daddy duties calls. So this is episode 60 of